Hi all, welcome to today's post-market report. As we seen in the morning, exactly the same thing happened. I was expecting Bank Nifty to go little higher, was able to predict that it may go to the pivot level. Exactly, it just touched the pivot level, and around if you look at the exact structure, so even at the time it was making around that high, even I updated in our Telegram channel that I am initiating short in the range of 36,200 to 36,300. So once that has been done, and as we expected, it was gone towards the day's opening range. So moreover 300 points has come in. So I have slightly booked my positions, and if you look at last 15 minutes or 30 minutes of the time, Bank Nifty has risen like almost, if you see how do you sense that motion, like how the movement was. If you look at the last traded price of the Bank Nifty spot, it is around 36,199, so almost 36,200, but the settled price is somewhere around 36,082. So if you look at the day wise consolidation summary for the market, it is like Nifty was struggling to recover, and as we seen in the morning report, Bank Nifty, after getting a 2 pin bar at the first 15 minutes level, was able to most of the day was used to trade in the positive zone, and moreover, as the Bank Nifty just started falling or traded below the average traded price of the day, or VWAP, so Bank Nifty also started coming down. But if you look at the consolidation wise, this is what I said, for the entire week I am expecting it's to be consolidated with a negative bias. So whatever I said was, whenever it giving a bounce towards either the previous day pivot or the previous day close, so that is the time when I will be jumping in. And moreover, if you look at India VIX, so the moment wise after the market opening and the closing basis, there is no price kind of volatility. We have not seen much. Bank Nifty was having some kind of 300 to 400 volatility, but if you look at Nifty was almost like trading in a very small range throughout the day, but VIX was higher. So even it ends at morning, we have seen around 20, so it ends at 21.25. that means for the day it is up 15 to almost 15.83 percentage. So that means something is cooking in terms of volatility, though the price has not moved vigorously throughout the day, but the VIX was having built up. So that means something is there. We don't know exactly, to be frank, I don't know what is the outcome, but as per the VIX context, so there is something cooking inside. So we may see some kind of volatility soon, and provided this week is the expiry week, so monthly expiry week, and moreover we know that's a weekly expiry, but it is a monthly expiry. Why it is more important is, most of the stock related stuffs, right, whenever the stocks have monthly expiry, right, whenever something like unwinding or a kind of short covering or the long unwinding or the trapping in the stocks happens, so moreover that will give huge move to the futures, and moreover this is a monthly expiry, so there is a possibility that some stocks which have fallen or which have gone in one direction, so there may be people trading against the trend, there is a possibility that those people will be in more trouble. So because of that, that stock can do a huge move, so that will reflect in, I think, indices. So that maybe that is a major reason why I generally avoid last week of the monthly expiry. And if you ask me what to be done from here on, so my view is simple. As I said in the morning report itself, since this been a last week of the monthly expiry, I do not want to carry much of the positional trades. So whenever I feel like with the trend, if I am getting this kind of swings, so today I almost captured roughly some 280 to 300 points in Bank Nifty. That is more than enough for me as an intraday trader. So even if you look at price wise, the sentiment, if you look at and more or less, if you look at the daily close of the Nifty chart, so seems like it's a kind of wide range candle, but having a very small body. That means the volatility is there, and moreover the confusion in terms of the price action is there in the Nifty. Whereas Bank Nifty, yes, Bank Nifty opened around 36,600 and it is forming a kind of pin bar. That means the price has been testing the support and it got rejected. So that means there is a pin bar even in the daily. So for that reason, I am not expecting Bank Nifty to go much below than that, but it will consolidate with a bearish bias. So every rise and that is what. So you cannot blindly sell on all rises. So you just need to have a plan where and all you will have a good risk to reward ratio. So that is the place where you should be jumping in with some kind of small bearishness in mind, and moreover the risk should be in proper control. So even for the tomorrow and the entire continuous week, I will be trading with this kind of caution. So looking at the data, yes, data was again based on the price action, and moreover it is like more or less confused. So it is almost like there is no clear one-sided direction built in the Nifty. If you look at, yes, it was somehow it was a trending down day, but if you look at Bank Nifty, there is an quite build up in the puts, and maybe that is the reason why it has gone above. Even though the Nifty was trading around even 200 points down, Nifty is still at the end of the close it is 218 points. So that means it has closed around 16953 from the last close of 17170. Whereas Bank Nifty, if you see, and just by the close itself it is up by 37 points. If you concentrate on the last traded price, so it was up more than 130 points, but the settlement is more or less on a day where Nifty has cracked almost 200 points, Bank Nifty was able to survive with no damage to its comparative to the previous day close. So this shows there is some kind of confusion, or there is some kind of not a clear trending direction between the indices. So in these cases it is better to have very cautious approach rather than having a kind of intensified selling or buying positions. So better to be having a kind of just hit and go kind of positionings is better, and moreover looking at the context of where it is happening at the almost at the last week of the month. So it is better to have kind of cautious approach. Even what I am trying to going to do for the tomorrow is, again I will watch it. I have slightly bearish positions. Yes, part of the position which I created today slightly booked, was just keeping it rest of the things, and positionally I was having little small bearish positions from the last week. So I have not deployed more than 7 to 8% of my entire capital, whichever I am supposed to manage from my side. So I have not deployed more than that. So with that in mind, what I will be thinking is we will see how tomorrow it's going to open. So looking at the Bank Nifty, I expect it to be like opening to with a positive note, but looking at the Nifty, seems like a kind of pressure is there, and the pressure was sustained throughout the day. So it is a kind of, one is showing it is going to gap down, one is showing it is going to gap up. So obviously I do not want to take any decisions, and moreover I trade Bank Nifty for the shorter period of time. So for that reason I did not take any positions like freshly during the end of the day. Generally I used to take some kind of my tricks using this. Whenever a market close at day's high, I will be having kind of bullish spread positions slightly than 5 to 10% of my deployed capital. Moreover, when the market is closing towards a day's low, yes, having a bearish spread positions, but very small quantities to just to improve my ROA. That is my general style of trade, but I will be going with the trend as a main position. So right now, if you ask me, this is what my status on the market, or my thought process on the market is. I do not wanted to take. So looking at so Bank Nifty is showing signs of recovery at the supply zone, demand zone, whereas Nifty, yes, Nifty has to see. So we have seen 16,800 to 17,000 is the demand zone. So but still as a price wise, it has not shown any kind of recovery. So once Nifty started recovering, then obviously Bank Nifty will try to make higher high than today's high. So my next day will be like morely concentrating on. So for the Bank Nifty, what I will be concentrating is today high. So that is somewhere around 36,200, and the previous day high. So that is somewhere around 36,700. So these are all the places. If at all, if there is a tomorrow up move is there, these are all the places where I will be trying to jump in as a seller. But we will see how this is going to happen tomorrow, and moreover we will see looking at the today's price movement. I expect institutional data to be net outflow, but we will see at the end of the day. So how this numbers are getting reflected in the exchange side, and we will see an analysis based on that on the tomorrow market opening report, and then we will see how that can be utilized. Like today we have seen, right, on the early morning I have said on the morning report. Looking at the first 2-15 minutes candle, I do not wanted to short here. If at all, if I wanted to short here, I wanted to short exactly at the pivot point of the day. So if we can work it out some way tomorrow, then I will lay the plan for tomorrow also. Again, I am saying for the week, I wanted to have a kind of cautious but sell on rise, but sell only on the rise, not at the break of the support. So this is what my next 3-4 days view will be, and moreover this is a monthly, right? So I do not want to get into trouble in creating a new position in the new series. So I just wanted to let this over and then slowly around the almost at the end of the week. So when the expiry is getting over nearby Wednesday or Thursday, I might be initiating my new positions in a new series. So this is what I am expecting from market. So in a subdued mode, and moreover looking at Nifty and Bank Nifty price action in a little confused mode. But yes, even from data point of view also, again so comparing Nifty and Bank Nifty seems to be like tug of war. So whether the Bank Nifty is going to pull the Nifty up or Nifty is going to pull down the Bank Nifty. So this is what happened today, and most probably so we will see how the global Qs are going to do. And moreover, I am expecting global Qs to be giving a slight relief rally, because if you look at last 3-4 days data from the global side, it was mostly like last 3 days was continuous selling. So there is a probability that we may see a small recovery in the global market. So at that point, I just wanted to make sure that I get enough cushion to take my shots with a favorable risk reward. This is what my general mentality, but I do not want to go long here. That is very clearly I am saying I do not want to go long here, for that too for overnight position. I do not want to go long. Even in the morning I said do not go long. If at all price comes to the pivot, wait for that zone, take a shot, and then if it goes towards the day's low, better book it. So that was my plan also. So tomorrow again we will just see all the data point of view, and we will analyze all those steps, and then maybe on a precise level I'll be able to guide you on tomorrow's pre-opening, like opening market analysis. So after opening market analysis, maybe I will able to guide you at the exact level. So till then I hope you will have a good day, and you had a good day, and hope with lower positions we can don't need to worry about what is globally happening or what is someone is saying about the market. So with that mind, like I would like wanted to end my week in that way. So all the eves in the week, I just wanted to have this kind of peace of mind. So do not wanted to carry huge positions. I hope you also take this warning as a good note, and make sure that you don't get into trouble in terms of thought process, so that you get mentally drained, and then in the very next day, if you trading with some kind of bias based on the global markets, then obviously what is going to happen in our market or current scenario, you might miss it. So I do not want to take that pressure, and moreover that's today's update or the today's summary from my side. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow on the market opening analysis report.